AI is the cool new thing. Everyone is now talking about AI. So I want to give you a quick introduction on how you can build AI agents and Twitter bots and all that stuff on Solana. So what we're gonna build is we're gonna build a little chatbot that you can talk to and that can do different things on the Solana blockchain. And then we're also gonna build a Twitter bot which will be able to answer your Solana questions. And whenever you give it the right answer, then it will mint you a cool NFT that you can put into your wallet. But first I want to give you like a little overview on this whole AI space, basically, because for me it was a little bit confusing in the beginning. So it all starts with large language models. This is something that you probably know already. It's like ChatGPT, then there is Llama, there is Claude, there's ChatGPT-4 and so on. But all of these are working pretty similarly. And you can use these basically as the interaction between the person that is interacting with the agent and the agent's actions that it provides. And then we have something like a framework. So a framework basically combines multiple things together. So there's, for example, the ELIZA framework, which is formerly known as AI16Z, which you might have heard. And what this does, it combines multiple things together. So here you can see on the top, it interacts with different blockchains and AIs. So basically, you take an AI, you ask it something, and then it takes a bunch of actions from some agent kits, for example. So for Solana, we have the Send AI agent kit, which is the first example we're going to use today. And then it combines the large language model with these actions that it gets from these agent kits. And then it can save state as well. So you have these adapters which have like an integration to some database. You can have a local storage, you can have SQLite or Redis or Postgres or something. This is basically saving the state of the agent. So let's say you want to have an NFT and it would like first create a collection, then it would save this in the state, then it knows about it, and then you can say, hey, mint me an NFT of this collection and send it to the person that answered my question, for example. That's what we're gonna do in the Twitter bot later. And then here on the right side, you have different clients. So for example, we have X, Discord, Telegram, and in the end, we're gonna have a Twitter bot, which will be able to take actions from the Solana agent kit, then interacting with an AI, so with a large language model, I can say, hey, please mint me an NFT. It will save the state in this some kind of adapter database. And then we have this character here. And this character is basically just a JSON representation of a person. So what we're going to create is we're going to create a helpful Solana helper. And it basically knows everything about Solana, and it has different plugins that it can use to do certain on-chain actions. We're gonna come to this later. And then we have these domain-specific agent kits. Today we're gonna talk especially about the Solana agent kit, which offers certain possibilities. Like it can show me my wallet address, it can transfer tokens, it can create NFTs, it can create tokens, trade tokens, and so on, depending on what actions people give it. And if you want to build your own actions, you can just basically contribute to the Solana agent kit, which has a lot of these actions already. You can basically think of it like the large language model is the brain of our agent. And it can understand normal language and answer and ask questions and so on. And then it is able to call some of these actions. These actions have a JSON representation that tells them how to call it. So for example, hey, I want my balance, you say. And then the language model thinks, okay, I need his address probably. So it first calls the, hey, give me my wallet address. And then it calls the get balance function. And to call these, it has this JSON representation that tells the large language model how you can use it. And the agent frameworks are like an operating system which like combine all these things together. And then you have domain-specific agent kits which give the AI specific abilities. So now that we have like a little overview, I know it's still a bit confusing, but we're gonna build one of these examples. So here are a list of available frameworks. So today we're gonna use the Solana agent kit and we're gonna use the ELIZA framework. And then there's also the Go toolkit and the RIG framework if you want to do something in Rust, like a high performance trading bot or something like this. The last two we're gonna keep for another video. And if you're building your own AI framework, you just open a PR here, you can add your own one. But yeah, now let's get started. Let's write a little chat that we can interact with an agent. So for that, we first need to install the Solana toolkit. You need to have Node installed of version 23. And then we have some environment variables we need to set. So you need an OpenAI key. This one you can get from the OpenAI website or like ChatGPT. You can just Google it. I think I added a link here somewhere as well where you can get it. Yeah, you can get it here from this API keys. Then you need an RPC URL. This is basically how you interact with Solana. In this case, we're gonna just use DevNet. And then you need a Solana private key. So you can just use Solana keygen grind and then grind you a new key with AI, for example. And then you copy all these, basically these two things into your .env file. And then I wrote this little script here. So this is basically loading your dev environment. Then we create an OpenAI chat. So this is basically our large language model. And we tell it we want to use ChatGPT Turbo Preview, like the good one. We give it a temperature. I'm not quite sure what the temperature does, but it like influences the chat a little bit. Then here we get our input from our env environment. See here that we base 58 encode this. So you can just like copy paste the array of your bytes from the key pair you created locally and paste it in here. And here we are creating the Solana agent kit. And then we create the tools. So this is basically a list of all the actions that the AI will be able to perform. I'm gonna show you the list in a bit. And yeah, then we just create the agent. And then this bottom bit here is just, hey, ask me for a question, for an input, and then answer it and do the action. So this is a very, very simple script, actually. It looks a bit bigger than you think it would look like, maybe. But then you can just call this. So you can just run it. So let's go in here. Here I have this script. So I just copy pasted it over. I installed the dependencies. And I build it. And now we're just gonna start this agent here. So it's really as easy as this. So you just call these two functions, you copy the script, and then you can interact with your agent. So, hey, what is my wallet address? So now it will, the LLM will see like, what are the actions that I have? And then it will pick one, and here we can see this is my wallet address. Now I want to quickly show you how, before we mint an NFT, which is the cool part, I want to quickly show you how this Solana agent kit is set up. So in case you want to contribute yourself, it's maybe good to know a little bit how it works. So here we have LangChain, for example. LangChain is also a framework, a little bit like ELIZA, and it offers you the possibility to have storage. So you can see in the script that we had earlier that we are using the local storage from LangChain. And then here are all these different implementations. And for now we have used the Solana implementation here of balance. And you can see here's a little description, like how can I get the Solana wallet account? And this is basically what the LLM reads, and so it knows what to do. So yeah, it has like, this should be the input, then you have the token address here. So you can also like ask it, what is my token balance of USDC, for example, on mainnet. And then it just calls the Solana kit get balance. And in here you can see it has a get balance function, and it just does a normal RPC call on the connection. Hey, give me my balance. And then it calls get balance on the normal Web3.js. So it's not magic, so you can actually like add your own actions here. So you can see there's a lot of them already. There's pump.fun if you want to launch a token. There's Metaplex to create NFTs. Then there is give work. You can create a new task like, hey, I want to spend 100 USDC for someone to implement something for me. Then the Helios is used to get all your assets. So it's using the Helios API by default. If you don't want this, you can just put in your own action here. If you have your own better DAS API or something. Because if you use the Helios stuff here, then you also need to add a Helios API key to your environment. So you might not want this, or you might want that. So, okay, let's go back to our example and now let's ask it, hey, I want to make an NFT now. For that, I already created some metadata here. So this is basically just a JSON with an image which I got from Wikipedia, and I used Pinata to upload this. So now let's ask this. Hey, please mint me an NFT with name train1, symbol tra, and use the URI. This is my URI. Maybe you need to create a collection first. I'm not sure if it knows that it needs to create a collection, so I just wrote it here. But yeah, what it now does, it looks like, hey, what are the different actions that I have? And then they find, okay, he wants an NFT. So he will probably here in the Solana agent kit, it will like look at these LangChain options here. We'll probably see, go to Metaplex and see, hey, he wants to deploy a token. And then these are the inputs, name, URI, symbol, decimals. No, this is a token. We want an NFT. So mint NFT. And then mint an NFT and then a collection. So it could already know that it needs a collection. I'm not sure. But then it uses all these inputs and then it just calls these function basically. So let's see if it managed to do that. So hey, we successfully created you an NFT, but there was an error minting the NFT. Collection deployed. Please mint another NFT into that collection. Name train1. I don't know, last time it worked well. I don't know what the error is here. Symbol tra and URI this one. So, but it was already able to create this collection here. So this is our collection address here. And now it should be hopefully creating an NFT. Yeah, it looks like it... Oh, it looks like I pasted the JSON here again. But let's see if this works out now. So yeah, so it looks like this is the NFT mint address. So let's look at this in the Explorer. We go to DevNet and we can paste it in. We can see, hey, it created as an NFT, which was called train1. It has the image of the train. Yeah, it has metadata. Everything is here. And it's in my wallet, I think. So let's maybe quickly check if it is actually there. So this is my AI wallet, and we can see, yeah, we have a train here now. So this is pretty cool. So for this, basically, I just imported the private key into Phantom to be able to see the assets. Yeah, anything else? No, thank you. That was great. So you can see how easy it is to build these things. These actions are not really perfect yet. But yeah, you can definitely play around with it. You can write your own actions and so on. Now let's go back to our guide here. So you can see we can just run it like this. And then you can ask it also, hey, I want to get some DevNet Sol that it can also do. Create me an NFT, create me a collection, mint an NFT. So yeah, that works. But what we now want to do, the even cooler thing, is now we want to go in there and create us a Twitter bot, which can do the same thing. And for that, we're gonna use the ELIZA framework, formerly known as A16Z. So this is basically the same thing as before. So for this, we clone the ELIZA repository. Then we need also node installed. Then we need to call npm install and npm build. And then here we need some more environment variables. So for this one, we need the Twitter username. We need the Twitter password and the Twitter email. What I did, I created a new account. So this is our Twitter bot here. It's called devhelper. And you can see it's already tweeting every few hours. So this is like the default behavior. But what I went in to do, so I added all this key. OpenAI is the same one as before. Then you need the Solana private key, Solana public key, Solana cluster I've set to DevNet. And then this is Solana admin and admin private key and admin public key. You can just use the same key as you did for Solana private key here. This is the one that will validate your collection. So maybe you want to have two different keys for this. So one that the agent can interact with and one that the agent doesn't have access to. So this might be a little bit better for security. And here you need to add the private key as base 58 encoded. So I wrote you this little snippet here. You can just use npx tsx encode 58 in case you don't know how to convert your private key to base 58. But then if you have all these environment variables set, then you can just create this character JSON here. And I want to quickly show you how this looks like. So Eliza is set up like this. You have the agent here. This is how the agent works. Then you have the client, and I'm looking for the characters. Yeah, here are the characters, and the character that I used is the sol character. And what I did, I'm here in cursor. So what I did, I just used the composer and told it, hey, please create me a new character, which is like a helpful Solana agent. And yeah, it should answer questions, is born in the Solana ecosystem, has a bunch of knowledge about Solana, and it will automatically tweet tweets every few hours. And the important part here is that we use the model provider OpenAI. And for clients, we use Twitter, because this is what we added the environment variables for. And then we can just start this guy. So what we need to do is npm start, and then we tell it to use this character JSON here. It's really as easy as this. As long as you have the environment variable set and you created this character correctly and you have your correct node version, then this already works out of the box. So you can see this guy is now running, and here's the post interval. It's like every 80 to 90 minutes it will do a new tweet, and then we can see here it loaded its Twitter account. I hope I don't show my password, no. And yeah, every few minutes it's also checking of new interactions. So now let's interact with him. So this is the agent here. You can see it already created me an NFT earlier. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna ask him something. So he did this tweet here. When designing decentralized applications, it's essential to define clear rules and conditions that govern interactions between users and systems. Pretty good tweet. But now let's ask him, let's say, hey, you are totally right. You are so right. Can you please mint me an NFT, or like say Solana NFT, call it train 2 and use this URI. I mean, probably you would want to have like your own action, which does has already like predefined a collection that it could mint to, and then you could do something like, hey, whenever the person answers a good Solana question, then it will reward you with tokens depending on how good your answer is or something. So now let's see if he can do that. Maybe, yeah, call it name train. So now I just replied to him on Twitter. And we can see now here in cursor, like after a few seconds, it will see that there was an interaction with him, and then it will hopefully answer. Oh, it's like running on some different port. I hope that's not a problem. So here we can see already, hey, you are so right. So he got like a reply. Then there is some error here, but now what it will do, it will start like also checking for its actions, and then it will mint an NFT. But in Eliza, the integration is a little bit different. So we don't have the full Send AI Solana toolkit in here yet. Instead, we have a few other integrations. We should be able to see them here in plugins or in agent source plugins. I thought they would be in plugins. Maybe it's in packages and then plug in Solana. You can see how many plugins are there here already. So there's a Solana plugin which has a source, it has actions, and has pump.fun and has some providers. And then it also has a Solana agent kit integration. It's not completely done yet, but there's more integration coming to this soon. There's already a development branch which has like more of the Solana actions in here. And here we can see now, hey, it did something. So let's see if he replied to us. You're so right. So what he said, hey, absolutely, Jonas, let's mint you an NFT using the provided URL. This will be a fantastic addition to your trains collection. Stay tuned. And here we have it actually. So he created a collection and a mint address. And now if we click on this, we have our NFT here. So it's like Eliza OS art #1 for some reason. So it didn't really use the URI we added. But the integration in here is actually also able to upload JSON and images. So I want to try this out. So it would be even cooler if it would like make a specific NFT for yourself, maybe taking the profile picture of the other user and then change it or give it a badge or like a little Solana crown or something. So it would be really fun. But you can see already that it kind of works. There is some improvements still to be made, but yeah, it's definitely really, really cool that you can so easily create a Twitter bot that can interact with Solana. Now I want to show you a little bit what other tools are out there, which I haven't tried yet. So there is the Goat toolkit, for example. The Goat toolkit is similar to the Solana agent kit, and it has a few examples. It has like lots of wallet integrations apparently, and some agent framework is also integrated with AA16Z. So now Eliza OS. Then it has all these different chains included. So yeah, this one also looks really good, but I haven't tried it out yet. But it has a Solana integration. And then if you want to build an on-chain agent integration, so I think this is actually what I'm most excited about. So there's this example program from Gabriele from Magic Block, and he built a super smart contract, and this one is using an oracle to interact with the program. So here you can see it has this agent minter. And what this one actually does is you get an on-chain description of the agent. So you tell it, hey, only send out tokens when someone answers something cool about Magic Block. So you could also use this for your brand. Like whoever praises my company the most gets tokens or something. This could get you a lot of Twitter interaction probably. And yeah, so it initializes the LLM and then it creates here a token. This is like the Mario token or something. Then you can interact with the agent, and then the agent will call back into the program with the reply. And if the reply is that is a JSON, like with the answer and an amount of tokens, then it will mint some tokens into your account. So yeah, I think this is really cool because it uses the ChatGPT oracle. So of course on chain you need to be able to have a way how you can write the response from the LLM on chain, and then you can use it in the program. So I think this is really cool. And then we have, like, if you want to build algorithmic trading high performance, and there is the RIG framework, which is a Rust-based framework. And this one doesn't have a direct Solana integration, but this is like the LLM part. So you can just create an LLM agent in Rust, and then you can talk to it. And then you combine it with a thing called ListenRS. And this has then a Solana integration, which has like real-time transaction monitoring, has Jito priority fees, then multiple DEX integrations. So you can use pump.fun, Radium, and so on. So I think this is your go-to if you want to build a high-performance trading bot. I haven't tried this one myself, but it looks really good. They're all very much maintained right now, so there's so much going on in the space. Some best practices. So if you create one of these agents, know that you give it the private key, right? So it can do whatever it wants with it, basically. And if you have a transfer function, then you can probably also get it to transfer out some funds. No matter how often you tell it don't transfer out anything, it's very hard to get the agents to actually not do that stuff. There was a few tests out there, like they put a bunch of funds into an LLM, and the people who managed to convince it to transfer it out, they won and they got the funds in the account. Use an efficient RPC endpoint. For now, we just use the public DevNet endpoint. If you build something real, you would probably want to have like a paid one. Then implement priority fees, like especially if you work on mainnet and you don't have priority fees. At the moment, most of the things will fail and then the agent will probably get confused. If possible, when you add these actions, please add integration tests so that the framework providers will be able to figure out what breaks if your API changes or you deploy a new program. And yeah, this conclusion is, I think it's a super cool new space. Everyone is excited about it. There's lots of builders. You can also DM me. There's some groups, Telegram groups of Solana AI builders. And if you contribute to the Solana Agent Kit, you will probably also get invited to their group if you did a good contribution. So yeah, I think there's so much of possibility in this space and opportunities right now. So yeah, please give it a try. Maybe start with this guide here. Start simple with just the chat and then maybe build your own bot. And yeah, I hope you're gonna have fun with it and see you next time.